Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hi, what's up? Sorry I took a week off. I didn't mean to. It was just a lot of work and a lot of shit happening, and then I just never did a video. Actually, it's not that I haven't been working on a video. I'm actually working on 2 videos, but they're not ready. I'm not ready for them, so I thought today we would go and just do something simple that didn't need a script that I can just react to, so I can get it done quickly and just edit it up so you get a video this weekend, because otherwise I don't think there's gonna be a video this weekend because the 2 other videos are just not ready. I need to refilm. I'm doing 2 videos right now. One is a how I sketch video, and the other one is a video about Stephanie Meyer's. So the sketching video I need to refilm, and the other one I'm just in script mode right now, so it's not happening this week. Stephanie Meyer one might not happen at all this month, if I'm being honest, because I just have a lot of shit to do. Before I get into this, I wanted to say something that I rarely ever promote, because I always feel like I'm asking for money when I promote it, and I don't like asking for money, but I'm kind of gonna ask for money. Only if you want to. You don't have to, you know? I'm not begging for it. The thing is, as I said, I've been very busy and I haven't had time to do much, and one of the main reasons is because now I'm editing videos for another YouTube channel. So I'm not only, doing the speed paints and then like some videos for my gaming channel, which is actually going into hiatus tomorrow because I haven't played video games in a long time. So there's just no video game content for that channel. And it's good because I really don't have time for that channel right now. Right now I'm posting like 2 videos daily on that. Actually, I don't know why I'm avoiding the name. It's Cold Streak's channel. You can subscribe to him here on YouTube. He's a streamer, but I put up his videos here on YouTube. So you can go subscribe to him if you want. He does gaming content, mostly indie games. Right now I'm doing 2 videos daily. Maybe in the future it's gonna be 3 videos. It depends on what he does. So I just haven't had a lot of time to work because his videos take 3 hours to render, because my laptop is getting old. It's 3 years old. It's not as good as it used to be. So rendering is taking a long time. And while my laptop is rendering, I literally can't do anything but like watch videos, watch streams, watch Netflix. I can't do anything else because it lags while the render happens. So I can't do art, for example. I can't edit a video because I'm rendering a video in the same program I edit in. So it's become really hard for me to do stuff while I'm rendering. That's why I was like, maybe I should get an iPad. The problem is I don't have the money for the iPad right now. I had the money for the iPad a year ago. It was very graciously gifted to me, but unfortunately I ran into an medical emergency I did not expect. So all that money went into that medical emergency. I think we can all agree that health comes before an iPad. Yeah, I just thought maybe I should start saving money or doing something to get money for that iPad, because I just can't take money from like the money I make, because then I have no money. I don't make a lot of money right now because I don't have a job. I don't have a stable job. So I do commissions and all that. And also my commissions are open and all my shops are open. My print shop is open. My TeePublic is open. In case anyone didn't know, I sell merch with my art. It's just like it's not merch. It's just like work with like shirts with my art, mugs with my art, shit like that. I also sell prints. And I also have a Patron, which I don't promote because once again, I feel like I'm asking for money, because my Patron is not a cool Patron where you like are a tier 3 or something with a cool name and you get prints and stickers sent to your house. No, I don't have the money or the means. I live in a country where shipping internationally is very expensive, so I just can't do that. I have 2 tiers. A $1 tier that gets you access to all my sketches, which I don't post anywhere else right now. I used to post them in my Instagram. I don't do that anymore. Now they're exclusive for Patreon. I sometimes post previews on Twitter and Instagram, but they're just like zoom-in previews. All my sketches, and some of my sketches don't even get to be like a full beautiful drawing. So yeah, if you're interested in sketches, $1, and for $1 you also get your name and the little list that is at the end of the video, just $1. For $5 you get early access to these videos, my YouTube videos. I put them out a day early on Patreon, which is not amazing, but it's something for $5. And the other thing you get is access to all my art in full quality, like the biggest size the size I make it in, because the one I post in social media is a smaller size with a smaller DPI, so people don't steal it and print it. So if you want like the full size, you can also find that in the $5 tier, and those are the only 2 tiers I have on Patreon. Would be very grateful if anyone does this. You don't have to, as I said. You can only do it for a month. So you don't have to stick every single month. And that's it. If you're interested, I'll leave the link down below. And that's all I wanted to say. Now this intro has been too long because I ramble. And this is why the sketching video, I have to refilm it because I ramble. My friend Cricky, she's my best friend. She, like a week ago, I asked ideas for videos that I could do quickly. And she was like, why don't you react to some art memes? And I was like, that's not a bad idea, but can someone send me some art memes? Because I want to react to them like fresh and not have to look for them myself and I already have like seen them and read them. So she sent me a little folder with some art memes today and that's what we were reacting to. So shout out to my best friend Cricky for sending this to me. And let's just start. So this first one says, going to the art supply store. What I want to buy. I need brushes, new gouache, I don't know how to say that word. Colors, some oils, new palette, watercolors, paper, acrylics. What I can afford. 1 tube of, how do you say that, gouache? And this is very relatable and one of the reasons I don't do traditional art anymore. Because traditional art is so expensive. I am very messy and I lose everything. So every time I want to like buy materials, I have to buy brushes. Because my brushes are either gone or I'm not gonna lie, some of my brushes, my art brushes, are I repurpose as makeup brushes because like those nice angled oil brushes, like for details, are really good for your eyebrows and for eyeliner. And I like doing eyeliner with eyeshadow. It's one of the reasons. Every time I go to like in the art store and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just see the stuff I want, see how much it is, and take the money out. I always regret it because I'm like, that's too much money. By the way, I'm gonna leave the link to all the sources for this memes, but some of them I don't know if I can get because, you know, people like reposting stuff without credit, so I'll try my best. Anyway, this one said, when your friend without art experience critiques your work. I don't agree with this because you want critique from people who are not artists or don't have art experience, because I don't know if you know this, but if you're a professional artist or you do commissions or shit like that, most of the people who are gonna consume your work, who are gonna buy from you, are not artists. Taking advice or critique from people who are not artists, it's important in that aspect. You can see how non-artists are taking your work and what you can improve to make it more appealing for non-artists. Because yeah, tons of artists commission other artists for work, but at least in my experience, the majority of people who commission me are not artists. If you're gonna get hired and, for example, do animation, cartoons, whatever, for a public, a lot of that public is not going to be artists. If you're going to do illustration for books, the people buying those books are not necessarily going to be artists. Maybe it's weird. For example, sometimes I get critique that it's like the way you highlight eyes is not realistic. And then you're like, yeah, that critique is invaluable because nothing about my work is realistic. I don't do realistic work. I do very stylized work. So some of the critique from non-artists is trash, if we're being honest. I feel like some people just like to be picky. And some people just like to say bad things about your art just to say them, or things that don't make sense. If it's your hobby, then fuck them. This one is, I have a beautiful body and everybody loves me. I'm sexy and I'm only 15 years old. Gross? That's other girls. Me. I can draw a beautiful body and nobody knows I even exist. I'm always hungry as fuck and I just want to sleep. You know, I've seen this meme in like different formats from different people. And I think this one in particular, the artist said that they don't like it anymore, or they made it like in another point of their life and they have grown up and know that this is like stupid. But I still see this meme in different formats, different drawings, different artists. I know a lot of people who think like that, and it's just the stupidest thing ever. First of all, don't say she's a 15-year-old and draw her like that. Oh my god. Gross. Second of all, there's nothing wrong with, you know, being beautiful and having a good body. And if you're not 15, posting on social medias and gaining a following and making money out of your body, out of like, if you have an OnlyFans, for example, I see nothing wrong with that. And I don't think I should, this is like the I'm not like the other girls phenomenon, you know, like, oh, look at me, I'm just always so messy and dirty and disgusting, and look, these girls have like 1 million more followers than me and they're just like they're being pretty. First of all, to look like that, to look like Instagram models look on their pictures, it's a lot of work. Not only work like doing makeup and getting clothes and doing their hair, but also like we all know like Instagram people have lots of editing done. And even if they don't, it takes a lot of work. I don't know, but I feel like most Instagram influencers I follow, they're like just beautiful and they do makeup and their Instagram is just beautiful pictures of themselves. Those people have like their own skill. For example, taking pictures of yourself, like Instagrammer Elisa Ashley, She takes her own portraits and they are beautiful. She does her own makeup and she does her own like portraits. Sarah McGonigal, she builds her own sets. She does her own makeup. She's her own photographer. It's just like a level of skill that I will never have. They also deserve appreciation. I just think like this is so silly, and I feel like a lot of women have moved past thinking like that. I'm not like the other girls because I eat pizza and I play video games kind of deal. So let's just move on because I can rant about this for hours, you know me. Okay, this one says, did you draw that? You well drawn. This is really relatable because this used to happen to me all the time when I was in university and in high school and middle school, like when I used to draw. I would have like classes where they were not one after the other, so I had like holes or just like blocks where I just didn't have anything to do or any classes, so I would just wait in one of the tables where everyone passes or other people sit down, and I would be drawing something and someone would sit down and be like, oh, did you draw that? And I'm like there with a colored pencil carefully coloring the hair like, no bitch, I manifested this. This also happens to me on Instagram a lot, but it's more like people go into my art Instagram and they're like, oh, did you draw all of that? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. What does my description says? It says I'm an illustrator and graphic designer. What do you think? I know a lot of people do it as a conversation starter, but if you start your conversation like that, I'm not gonna answer. I don't like I don't like it. Anyways, next. I still have the drawing you did for me from 6 years ago. Destroy it. Relatable. I've been drawing since I was like 13, 12. Tons of people have that, like, oh, I have that drawing you drew for me in high school, and I'm like, please don't show me that. I will cry. Someone recently told me, I like 2 years ago, I did like a bunch of drawings for people on stream, and someone told me like, oh, I still have the drawing you made as my phone wallpaper, and I was like, oh my god, you're lovely, you're a gem, but oh my god, I probably hate the drawing and I'm not gonna look at it because knowing that you have that on your as your wallpaper is gonna, you know, send me somewhere. Sketching versus coloring. I don't relate this to it all. I'm the opposite. Sketching just takes hours. Sketching, at least like so much planning, so much measuring, so much like, is this right? Is this eye the right size? Oh my god, this one is kind of crooked. Oh, this nose just looks wrong. And then when I'm coloring, I just feel like I'm free and I can just have fun. Like for me, coloring, shading is super fun. It's the sketching that gets me. That's why I'm having such a hard time with that sketching video, because it's a lot. Hey, do you prefer hand-drawn or digital? It's called traditional art, not hand-drawn. Digital art is also hand-drawn. You use your hands too. Even if you were using a mouse, you use your hand with the mouse, you know? It's traditional art, not digital. I don't think anyone has ever asked me if I prefer hand-drawn. I've been asking if I prefer traditional. I don't, because traditional, not only is it more expensive, but it also tires me so bad because I erase a lot. And erasing really works out your shoulder in a bad way, at least in my experience. Me after trying to draw without a reference. A clown, yeah, if you draw without a reference, you're a clown. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. Reference is your friend, is honestly the best thing you can do. I have nothing else to say, just use your references. If you don't find that reference you want, take a picture of yourself. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here between you and me. You're not telling anyone, right? If you see my art lately, I've been drawing a lot more hands. What I've been doing is I've been taking pictures of my hands in the pose I want them to be in the drawing, and then I put the hand on my drawing and I trace my own hand. That's how I've been drawing hands. Boom, I trace my own hand. Do it, dude. No shame in that. I don't care if someone thinks that's cheating, then I'm a cheater, but I'm tracing my own hands. Me, finally, I feel like I can draw well. Around I'm 30-year-old, I am 4 parallel universes ahead of you. So here's the thing, and I see this a lot on Twitter and on social media. Don't compare yourself to 13-year-olds. If you're an adult who has been drawing for years, don't compare yourself to the teenagers who, there's so many amazing skilled teenagers these days. Oh my god, I am shocked at the amount of just talent and skill out there for art by the younger generations. Let me tell you one thing. You can't compare what life was like when you were their age. If you're my age, I'm 28. almost 29 in a few days. You can't compare how life was when you were that age than how their life is, because when I was 13-year old, the only way you could learn how to draw was if you either paid someone to teach you how to draw, if you were lucky enough to have a good teacher in school, or if you like bought how to draw manga books, because you couldn't even find good art tutorials online. There was no YouTube when I was 13-year old. Maybe there was, but it wasn't like anyone posting art there. There were like art blogs, Skillshare, just people on YouTube teaching you stuff. If you wanted to like get references, you either had to get magazines or have your computer on and draw to the pictures you found on your computer, which is what I did. Or the other thing I did was I would print the pictures and then I would trace them. That's how I learned how to draw. You can't compare that to like the amount of knowledge that is out there for kids these days. You can't. So don't compare to yourself to others in general, because everyone has their own journey and everyone learns at their own pace. And some people are going to pick up art way faster than other people, and that's just facts of life. And what you can do, they can't do. Even if you think their art is like on another level, like this one says 4 parallel universes ahead of you, there's things that you do that they can do, because your art is yours. And with that, I leave you because this video is already so long. Thank you so much for watching. I'll try to have a video next week. No promises, because as I've said, I'm very busy. If you want to help me out in anything, you know, there's my Patreon. I also stream on Twitch. I also stream on Twitch. Not every day, but I've been streaming more these days because I've just been feeling more like streaming. Have a TeePublic where you can buy shirts with my drawings. Some of the drawings you see here, this drawing in this Speedpaint is probably on TeePublic already. And if shirts and mugs are not your thing and you prefer prints, I also have an imprint. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thanks to all of you for liking and subscribing. If you did, if you don't, it's fine, I don't care. But if you did, thank you so much. If you want to see more videos, then subscribe, you know. And thank you to my patrons, because it really means a lot. I will see you hopefully next week. Have a good day, good fight, and good night. Bye.